Hey there. Let me ask you something. What if a mirror could show you not just your face, but who you really are, deep down inside? Well, today we're going to explore that very idea with a fantastic story called The Magic Mirror That Shows the Truth.
So just take a second and really think about it. Imagine a mirror that bypasses your reflection entirely. It doesn't care about your hair or the shirt you're wearing. Instead, it reflects your character, your choices, your kindness, and maybe your secrets too. What would it show about you? It's a fascinating question, and it's right at the heart of our story.
All right, so our story kicks off in this beautiful, peaceful little village. And it's here that we meet our main character, a really curious young girl named Aina. You know the type, always exploring, always asking questions about everything. So one afternoon, Aina's up in her grandma's dusty, quiet attic, and she stumbles upon something interesting. It's this old, fancy-looking mirror, and it's been carefully covered up with a cloth. Of course, her curiosity is instantly sparked. When she asks her grandmother about it, the answer she gets is, well, it's pretty mysterious. Aina kind of laughs it off, saying, but all mirrors show the truth. And her grandmother just smiles and says, no, this one's different. This one shows the truth inside people. And that right there, that's the idea that gets this whole story rolling. So naturally, Aina has to see this for herself, right? This brings us to the very first test of the mirror's magic, with Aina stepping up to be the first one to look. She looks into the glass, and then something amazing happens. The reflection starts to shimmer and change. It's not just her face anymore. Instead, the mirror starts playing back these little moments of her own kindness. A time she helped out a friend, a moment she shared her lunch. The mirror is showing her the good that she's put out into the world. It's showing her true, kind self. She's so excited, she immediately shows the mirror to her friend, Bilal. But as he steps in front of this magical mirror, the story, it takes a very different turn. Bilal looks in and you can tell he's expecting to see something great. But then his smile just fades. The thing is, this mirror doesn't lie. It shows him a moment he wasn't so proud of, a time he hid his sister's toy and then let someone else take the blame. And seeing that truth, it's really uncomfortable for him. Now, seeing her friend so upset, Aina doesn't judge him at all. Instead, she says something incredibly wise. She says, it's showing the truth, but you can change it. And that is such a powerful idea, isn't it? The reflection isn't a permanent stain. It's just a snapshot of the past, and he has the power to change it. And you know what? Bilal actually takes her words to heart. He doesn't just feel bad about it. He takes action. In 2 simple steps, he changes his truth. First, he goes to his sister and gives her a real apology. And second, he gives back the toy he took. He makes the choice to fix his mistake. So, what do you think happens when Bilal looks in the mirror a second time? The reflection is completely different. It now shows the beautiful result of his choice, an image of him helping his sister, making her laugh. His inner truth actually changed because he chose to act differently. Well, you can imagine, news about a mirror like this travels fast. Soon, it seems like everyone in the village, from young kids to the elders, is lining up, wanting to see what their own inner self really looks like. And a really remarkable thing starts to happen across the village. Some people see reflections they're proud of. Others see things they wish they hadn't done. But this inspires this huge wave of change. And it wasn't driven by fear, but by this shared desire to have a beautiful truth, to see kindness and honesty reflected back at them. This all leads us to the final and maybe the most important lesson of the entire story, delivered once again by Aina's wise grandmother. As she's watching the whole village transform, she tells Aina the ultimate secret. She says, the real magic isn't in the mirror, it's in the choices we make. The power was never actually in the glass. It was inside the people all along, in their ability to choose to be kind, to be honest, and to forgive. And from that day forward, the mirror wasn't some kind of judge. It became this powerful symbol for the whole village. It was a simple, daily reminder that your reflection, your true self, is never stuck. It's something you get to create every single day with your actions. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that true beauty isn't about what's on the surface. It's the kindness and honesty you build on the inside. That is your most important reflection, which leaves us with one final thought. What choice will you make today to shape the truth that's reflected back at you?